All right, Julie, thank you. And sanitation crews are working through the night, tackling those icy roads, and now the department asking for your help.
Yeah, joining us now, the acting commissioner, Javier Lojan from the Department of Sanitation. So I know you've been very busy. Good to see you. I know it's been a wild 24 hours, 48 hours for you. How are things looking in terms of getting all those streets cleared and the sidewalks cleared as well?
Good morning. Thank you for having me, and I'm glad to be on. So yeah, as you mentioned, the last 24 hours have been very hectic. Yesterday morning, we started plowing and salting all the streets, and the temps were very frigid, so it wasn't easy. Overnight, we continued those efforts, and we continue that this morning. What we're trying to do this morning is now shift more into widening some of the streets, because a lot of the streets were all passable, but we know that some of them are two-lane roads. We want to make them passable for the appropriate width, and then we're going to clear some of the pedestrian walkways. So we have some mechanized equipment going out, clearing some of those out, and we're also bringing in some hired, snow shovelers. So obviously, anybody wants to make a little extra money, the rate starts at $19 an hour, and that's it's definitely helpful for us to clear some of those corners.
Yeah, real quickly then, how do folks find out how they can participate in that? How do
So
they sign up?
They can go to nyc.gov/snow. On the website, we'll have all the details of the requirements and where they need to go and sign up.
Yeah, obviously you have miles and miles and miles to cover. I mean, you've gone through quite a few times, I'm sure, but some of those secondary, and Dan's favorite word, tertiary roads.
Ooh, there it is.
Have you been able to do more than one run through those areas, or are there still some trouble spots that you have yet to reach a second time around?
No, I think we've gone through all the streets, multiple times. I think some of the problematic areas are areas where, some vehicles have impeded our progress, so we've had to tow some vehicles out, and that's maybe some of the areas. But all the areas we've treated. I think a lot of them need some salt, so we have to readdress them with salt. But as far as plowing goes, they've been addressed a few times, and I think we're in a good place there.
Commissioner, I don't know where your sanitation crews end and then somebody else picks it up, but can we go back to that shot actually, Bo? Can you show 42nd in a second? Because you see the corner area, that kind of forgotten area of people that again got to hop over in the crosswalk. Whose responsibility is to clear that?
Yeah, so some of it, depending on the property line, some of it's the property owner. For a lot of that falls on us, and that's why we're bringing in those extra snow shovelers and mechanized equipment to help clear that out, because we know it's obviously not easy to get around with that, especially if you have difficulty walking. So we're focusing on that the next few days, and we hope to make a lot of progress there.
Yeah, and how can we track it that real-time snow and ice removal?
So as far as plowing goes, you can go to Plow NYC, but as far as clearing the corners, right now we just track it internally, and we get reporting multiple times a day. But you can always call 311 if there's any issues, and we'll go out and inspect the area and address it as necessary.
And also, obviously we're heading into a deep freeze, and so I know the concern is going to be refreezing on the roadways and the sidewalks. Are you going to continue to treat the roads this week? What can people expect as we are in these really frigid temperatures?
Yeah, we're going to continue to salt the streets continually. One of the things we're going to shift into also is we're going to try to clear some of the snow from some of those parking lanes and some of those areas that you showed before, make some piles, hold them away, and then we're going to start some snow melting. So that's going to be pretty cool. We haven't done that in quite some time, and we'll melt some snow and get it out of everybody's way.
Yeah, and real quickly, yesterday we had asked you about garbage pickup, the scheduling on that. What's the update with that?
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be on delays, unfortunately, because we want to make sure that the snow is the priority right now. We can get caught up on the snow operation. So, we know it's frustrating, but just ask for everybody's patience. We're going to get back to that as soon as possible. So, obviously, the sooner the better, but hopefully this week we'll get back into that.
Commissioner Lojan, great job to you and your crew. I know it's a very busy 24 hours and it's still got a lot of work ahead of you, but thanks for coming on this morning.
Thank you for having me. Have a great day.